I did not know much about this going in. I mean, I knew it involved fighting big robots, but that's about it. At some point in this universe, Sweden, a country famous for its neutrality, at least until recently, has turned into America with more guns than people. Seriously, there's nobody here. In my character's absence, the country has been attacked by a robotic death army. I get shot at, I stagger ashore. Immediately, the game has a Far Cry feel about it. It's a first-person shooter in a large open world. Ooh, my first enemy. Sneaky, sneaky. And I'm spotted. Am I hitting him? It's hard to tell. Oh, come on, give me some sort of sign I'm hitting him. That wasn't what I had in mind. As well as him, I think I was shooting the car bonnet the whole time. I think. Which explains why I couldn't tell if I was actually hitting him or not. Because I wasn't. Still, now I know adrenaline revives you. Every cloud. Ah, bots spark when you land a hit. Oh wow, that was almost no sprint distance at all. Oh god, it regenerates so slowly! I'm not going to have to do the whole game like this, am I? Holy shit, these bots have massive detection range. And excellent peripheral vision. Is stealth supposed to be a viable tactic? Bear in mind that you can't perform a takedown, obviously. And the moment you open fire, you alert every hostile for 2 miles. He can see me through walls! How is he keeping up with me? I should be grateful the garage blocks his shots, I guess. A portable radio. This is how you fast travel. Wait. This is how you fast travel? But they're limited to 3 uses each. What? Alright, let's borrow a vehicle and get moving. God damn it, do any of these work? I'll settle for a tractor. Ugh. A vehicle station, yes! Let's spawn a car, a bike. A push bike. Really? Okay, so where's the next mission? It's about 1 kilometre away. On a bike. Ugh. Actually, I'm honestly surprised. The bike has a decent turn of speed. On the roads. Go off-road and it's a very different story. Slow and bumpy. And don't even think about going uphill, off-road, from a standing start. Don't even. I'm starting to hate that hold to pick up function. Why can't I just tap the button to pick shit up? Ah, there we go. That should have been the default option. Fighting these machines head on is dangerous. Fighting them in open ground is suicidal. They are mostly fearless and will move to flank you rapidly. The only real way to fight them is to move rapidly from cover to cover, picking off the stragglers. Or hide inside a defensible building with a narrow entrance and kill them one by one as they blunder around outside. I say mostly fearless because inflicting a lot of damage can make them retreat, at least temporarily. I have also noticed you can orbit them in close. That can stop them getting a line on you and opening fire. Doesn't stop any of the others shooting you, but still. Your inventory capacity is massive. I took one look at it and thought, oh great, inventory management, here I come. But no, even with an obsessive compulsive type, like me, it took ages to fill it up. I feel like I'm wearing Doctor Who's trousers, there's that much space. There are also magic Resident Evil item boxes scattered around the safe houses for your extra stuff. And everything is separated by category and can be reordered to make it easier to look through, thank goodness. Weapon selection is good, if unremarkable. If you keep your eyes open and keep playing for a few hours, it takes a few hours to build a small but solid collection. Pistols, assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs, sniper rifles, rocket launchers. Each weapon comes in a range of quality levels, allows for a selection of attachments and can have additional specialisations clipped onto them as well. Yeah, most games these days have gotten the hang of calling these things suppressors. To craft something, you have to have the blueprint, or schematic as the game calls them. I prefer blueprint. You have to purchase blueprints from the menu using points. But this is where it gets complicated. Blueprints can only be purchased with points earned under that heading. Apparel blueprints need apparel points to unlock. Okay, but each type of point has different requirements for earning them. Equipment and ammo points can both be earned by making more of those things. But apparel points, for example, have to be earned by specifically taking out rivals, high-level robots. This caused me no end of confusion and frustration trying to upgrade my outfit uselessly until I worked this out.
This helps a lot. I feel a bit better already. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these two. Mainly because once you're outside the archipelago region, they stop talking to you. Completely. So like once you're outside the tutorial area, they go completely radio silent and you're on your own from there on out. After about 4 hours, I'm finally inside one of the main bunkers. Interacting with the warboard provides additional main missions. It feels like I'm in the game proper now, not just being guided through the tutorial. It has taken me about 4 hours to get to the point where I feel like this. Maybe my weapon stash has something to do with that as well. Ah! What? Was that a glitch? It's not a glitch! You can just ride straight past them! Well, unless you crash, obviously. But seriously, the bike is your secret weapon. Never go anywhere without it. You're a ninja on 2 wheels! Be aware that in addition to using suppressors on almost every gun, you can go prone. This makes you a smaller target, more invisible, and stabilises your aim. Suddenly, stealth is looking a lot more viable. It just takes a while to get a bike, enough guns, ammo, and suppressors to make it work for you. Missions often make you travel like 2 kilometers or more to a new location, pick up a piece of paper, and then travel to 3 other locations, all 1 kilometer away from where you are, in different directions. It can get a bit annoying, especially since fast travel isn't viable, what with having to craft limited use radio beacons. Wait, what? I'm fine. You can fast travel to any discovered safe house. Okay, look, you could argue this is me being fucking stupid, but the only time this game mentions fast travel is in relation to the radio beacons. The beacons are apparently just for grouping your team back together. Needless to say, the map is looking a lot less tedious than before. I just wish I'd known about this first. speaking of your team, and other people have pointed this out already, now I'm going to. This game is clearly designed with multiplayer in mind. You can play solo, like the sad lonely bastard that I am. Enemies, however, flank you rapidly in combat. But the big giveaway is the whole skills tree dedicated to teamwork. And the sheer number of containers, bags and corpses to search, it would definitely be easier with a small group. If the bike is your secret weapon, you'll never guess what the bane of your existence is. Go on, guess. You're not going to guess. I'll tell you. The bane of your existence is hedges. Hedges. Hedges are large planted pieces of foliage. Typically installed by humans as a decorative feature, they are noteworthy for being not very bulletproof. Fair enough. Where I take exception, however, is almost every enemy machine I come across seems to be able to see straight through them as though they don't exist. However, I can't do that. Oh, okay, now I can. There's a selection of vision enhancements for scoped rifles and the binoculars. The night vision is sodding useless. It just turns everything bright green. And in total blackness, it's black. There's no happy medium with it. Thermal imaging is much better at spotting bots in the undergrowth. I thoroughly recommend you get your mitts on those. Object penetrating vision is great, to a point. Sometimes it can't see through stuff. It depends on the stuff. As I said, this is a team game, clearly, but that doesn't stop a single player from having a little backup. You can build your very own little robotic death dog. You can even give it a name. Ah, it's also a bit weird. It only weighs 1 kilogram despite its obvious size. But more hilariously, if you stick something in its inventory and then stick it back into your inventory, it still only weighs 1 kilogram. And it keeps hold of all your items. You can use it as overflow. Or as the designers intended. Against a dozen runners, its armour held up surprisingly well. And this is just the bog standard starting armour, it's nothing special. There are a range of skills to unlock, but me personally, I found that even with the stamina enhancements fully unlocked, didn't seem to make much of a difference. Oh boy, here we go. A machine base. It's not huge, but it has defensive guns. and a gadget that creates reinforcements. Lovely. Where I had trouble though was getting inside. The gates only open for bots. So eventually, I sneak in when an enemy opens it for me. Aha! Once it's all clear inside, I turn my attention to the core, which is protected by 2 shield generators. Well, I've destroyed all the bots present and no more are being made. How the hell am I supposed to get in? Is there a switch? Maybe these glowy things? No? Okay, I'm resorting to shooting anything that looks remotely like a button or a power source or something. Oh wait, that wall just it did something. Hang on a minute. The walls are destructible. You know, when it said shoot your way in, I didn't actually think it meant me to take it quite that literally. Whew, takes a lot of bullets, but eventually both shield generators are destroyed. The core is exposed. Oh shit, it really didn't like that. Mortars, robots, more mortars. Shit, more robots. Am I really doing this on my own? Oh, after firing even more bullets, using quite a few medkits and no small amount of panicking and running away, I finally bring down this last surprise wave and destroy the core.
Yes. You did it, kid. It's down. The base is down.
Yeah, would have been a lot easier if you'd been helping me, arsewipe. And now I can establish my very own base. I can even place defences and amenities. Hang on a second, why can I place defences? I can only assume the base will at some point come under attack. And have you seen the resource cost of some of these? The walls! I've been scrounging materials since the start. No way can I build a complete defence with these. Oh my fucking god. There's 6 base locations in this region alone. And there's 20 in the whole game? Is this going to get attacked the moment I turn my back? Honestly, for me, this would have been a deal breaker. I was on the point of quitting. But I did a brief search online on the interweb and I discovered the bases only come under attack if you trigger a defence mission at the comms truck itself. Oh, thank goodness for small mercies. Stealth is actually quite practical, if you have the equipment, and if you can eliminate single bots without attracting any more attention. If you don't, well... As I say, if you're attacked in open ground, you're a sitting target. Hell, even if you run away, most machines are fast enough to keep up with you. There's only one surefire way to survive an onslaught single-handedly. Cheat! Hide inside a building. Okay, it's not hiding because they know where you are, but the bots are so fast on their feet, they can't line themselves up with the narrow doorway to get in at you. I've taken out not one, but 2 tanks by doing this. This was a surprisingly solid game, once I got a few hours into it. The game's okay in single player, but it's clearly designed for 4-player co-op. It's also a bit dull in single player. Far Cry has at least NPCs to keep you company. This doesn't. There's 2 NPCs near the beginning, but they only ever talk to you over the radio, and even they stop talking to you after a while. It has some odd quirks. You're shockingly invisible while on the bike, or lying prone on the ground, even if you're within several feet of the enemy. It's kind of amazing. Otherwise, bots have superb range and peripheral vision. It's weird. And unlike other games, the bots here are just faceless targets. Intimidating to an extent, yes, but only in the same way that a plate of 12 tacos are intimidating. No one said you had to destroy all of them yourself. Try it with friends, and it should be more engaging. Bring 3 friends, and you'll have a much better time with this game. Hell, even the skills branches, there are 4 of them. Seriously, everything about this game screams 4-player co-op. It's the best way to play it. That'll do for this video. What did you think of it? Leave a like or dislike down below. What did you think of Generation Zero? I'll be honest, the only reason I played this, it was a freebie on PlayStation Plus. Does anybody else actually give it a proper go because they wanted to? Leave a note down in the comments section, that's what it's there for. And anybody who can't get enough of my dulcet tones, you can always subscribe, ring the bell for notification, that's a separate thing. Or if you want to irritate someone else with my persona, you can always share instead. See you next time.